Do I have a testimony? Yes. My Covenant Christian Church, Arlington. When I say I'm amazed and have continued to be amazed for years at not only the presence of God being there, but the prophetic, the wisdom that has been shared through Prophet Aldi Essandjo and Khadijah Essandjo. Like, I love them. My spiritual parents. But I wanted to come and testify in regards to a recent experience that I had. I was going through the prophetic leadership course, and a simple instruction changed everything. And let me say, before I even completed the instruction, there was an amazing turnaround. So let me explain. During one of our classes, which was amazing, by the way, I do suggest that if you have any time to go ahead and do the prophetic leadership, the School of the Prophets. Awesome. But there was a moment where Prophet was praying and he just happened to call out a name. Unaware, he didn't know that this name that he called out is actually a nickname that I call my son. And he just expressed that there was something special that was getting ready to happen with this particular person, and the person called by this name. He prayed for us that night, and when I say literally, the next day, my son came in, and mind you, don't forget, he had given us a prophetic instruction, and it was an instruction that was supposed to happen over so many days. We hadn't even completed the instruction yet. He prayed, he called out the name, and when I say literally the next day, my son came in and sat down on the floor in my room. And when I say he was so full, it was like he was so full of the Spirit. He just came in and said, Mom, he just started asking me questions about God. He wanted to know. Not that he wasn't or isn't a believer. He is. But the fullness that just all of a sudden he just came in, and from that night since, we started reading Proverbs together. We've been reading a chapter each night. He's growing in the Word. He's encouraging me. I mean, when I say literally a turnaround, like mind-blowing turnaround, and I'm so thankful. I'm so appreciative. I'm so blessed. And don't get me wrong, this is not the first time that Prophet has said something and it's come to pass, in my life, but it was just so quick. I think that's the thing that got me, literally the next day. And for him to be so specific and to call my son by this name that he had no idea. He didn't know that I called that, my family and I, that we call my son by this name. I've never said it to him or anything. And he just said it's going to be basically something special that happens with him soon, and literally the next day. So I just wanted to come on and share my testimony. I'm super excited about it. I'm excited to see what God is gonna do. This type of stuff, you can't make it up. God is so good. His presence is real, and I love, the fact that Prophet always teaches us about God's presence. We can have the power, we can have all of that, but if we don't have his presence is what changes things. And we know this. I mean, if you think about the Ark of the Covenant and the presence of God and how heavy that is, if you read your Bible, you know exactly what I'm talking about and what Prophet teaches. So I'm just excited, and I had to come on here and share. And I hope that if you don't attend service, if you don't know about my CC family, that you find out and really get connected. And if you want to see changes like that, yeah, get with it. Get in covenant. That's the best thing that I can tell you. Get in covenant. Come to my CC and just watch what God does. I'm just so amazed and so elated and so happy that I can share